Hello everybody, Average Game here. Welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program 1.2 pre-release patch Quest for Science and all things science related. So in this episode, what I want to do is well actually let's go back into the actual overall thing here. Want to load. So I want to go and put a probe on the Mun. Right here. But with the new aerodynamic system, I don't feel comfortable launching probes yet into orbit. The most efficient. I want them to be nice and aerodynamic and things like that. Problem with that is we don't have any fairings yet. Fairings are basically just coverings. They cover the whatever your payload is, and make it more aerodynamic. We don't have that yet. So the plan here is to kind of grind out 90 science somehow on Kerbal and get some science. We need 90 science to get fairings. Then we're going to launch our first batches of satellites. Now, a couple things I want to mention. Firstly, there was a change. There is something around here somewhere. That's not a relay. So the high gain antenna, it is now a relay antenna. I've missed that altogether. It used to be just a regular antenna. Now it's a relay. So our plan is to actually use this in low Kerbal orbit temporarily, and then we're going to build out using this antenna here. We're going to build one. I'll show you here. Here's the plan. So using the first antenna, or we might still use the second one, like build multiple different antennas. But the plan is to actually have multiple different levels of relays, just to be on the safe side. We're going to have one at 100,000 meters, another one at about 500,000 meters, and then another one at about 4 or 5 million. So right around here-ish, about halfway between Kerbal and the Mun. And then the plan will be to launch another one and put it in Mun orbit. So that'll be our plan for the next stage before we start landing probes on the Mun. I also want to put one in behind the Mun a little bit. The reason for that is so that we have coverage on the backside of the planet, or the moon, just to be on the safe side. Now, one thing I wanted to do real quick was to build up a quick little science vessel here to make sure that I got all this science on and from the KSC. They're probably looking at this going, well, you've done this already. Like, yes, I have. Technically, I have. But this is just me double checking to make sure that I have all the prerequisite science that we're going to need. God damn it. I want to times 2 this. Come on. I want to make sure we have all the prerequisite science that we can have. I want the tiny little note. Actually, I guess that should do it. 2 of these, actually. Fuel 50. Wait, no, fuel. Wait a second. Do we not have... I totally whiffed on that one. There we go. Just one. Is it aerodynamics has the intake? It does. Then engines, we're going to use the jet engine. Good to go there. Our Kerbal is not going to be Jebediah, but it's going to be Bab. It's going to be Bab. We're going to launch real quick, and we're just going to check to make sure that we have all the science as possible, even though I just screwed up. So I'm actually going to recover the vessel real quick and set up my action groups. I want my action groups to do everything all in one shot. Yeah, I know Bab. Sorry, Bab. I'm looking at my coffee. It's really running down, really running low here. So custom. I want you to do a crew report. I want you to observe the Mr. Goo. I want you to log the pressure. I'd like you to log the temperature. I want you to observe the material bam. Crew report, blah, blah, blah. And then number 2. Well, actually, we'll leave number 2. There we go. So now theoretically, we should be able to spam science as fast as we can and see just how much we're actually missing. So we need a total of 90. So we're going to break here real quick and immediately hit 1. Oh, we're going to get some there. Then we're going to get 3. We're also going to do EVA. We're going to do, and boom, look at that. And we're going to go back here. Well, actually, we're going to board real quick. I'm going to say collect all science. We're doing EVA. Now, the reason why we wanted a scientist is because he can restore these 2 experiments. And now we're good to continue. Now, one of my ideas maybe is to go towards the mountains. Not with this build, though, because, to be honest with you, that would be insane. So, one of the good things about this build... Oh, we don't have SAS. Because he's a scientist. So we want to make sure that we can get all the science available to us. So we're going to go off the runway here a little bit. I know we've done this before, but I know for a fact we missed some stuff, so... And we're going to break. We're going to do number 1 again. We're just going to keep all the experiments like that. We're getting more science there too. We're going to get you to do an EVA. Boom. Perfect. 9. And 2.4. I'm going to store my experiments there. I'm going to hop back in real quick. I'm going to collect all. Wow, we have 14 experiments already. We're getting there. We're going to restore both the Science Junior and the Mr. Goo. We're going to unbreak. We're going to go right towards this building over here. Now, if I'm not saying Bill can't really do much when it comes to stuff, so... Oh, we're turning. I don't want to turn. There we go. When we get to about 10, always got to be a little careful. It's got a generator in it, or an alternator, which creates electricity for us. So we won't have to worry about electricity on this thing. We do, though, have to worry about contact with this. This should just bump us right up, but... Perfect. And... Bosh. Brakes. We're going to hit number 1 to take all our... Look at that. We're getting more and more science as we go. We're going to collect all. We're going to EVA, because I want to do this as more efficient as possible here. So we're going to go... Boom. And boom. We're going to store our experiments there. We're going to hop up. We're going to restore that. Can I not? There we go. We're going to turn. A lot of people end up with issues where they end up backing up into stuff. With this building here, kind of go with the curve of it. Turn that engine off real quick because we're not going far. I want to kind of park right in here somewhere. Astronaut complex, perfect. 1.6 there, 0, 0, 0. 3 science there, no big deal. We're going to collect all. We're going to do an EVA. Boom and boom. We're getting 9, 11 science there, which is good. We're going to store our experiments, and we're going to board. Oh, no, we're not. Crap. We're going to restore and restore. Now we're going to get out. We're going to go over to the Science Center real quick. We're going to unbreak. Unbreak my heart. It used to be that the flag was its own biome. I think they've changed it. But we'll see. We're going to kind of get right up on it. Last second. Turn. I think our wheel can go up on it, can it? Yep. Break. Astronaut complex. Wait a second. What was that? Yep. So they changed it, so that's no longer its own biome. The R&D center, usually I try to come in through this way and then go underneath the walkway over here. So we're going to just kind of go this way and we're going to break here. Perfect. We're going to hit number 1. Wow, we're getting quite a bit of science actually from this. I'm actually impressed the amount we're getting. Collect all, please. We're going to EVA. Boom. Keep that and boom. Oh, yeah, EVA. Yeah, we already did the EVA. We want to take a surface sample. Perfect. 9 there. I want to store my experiments there, and I'm going to restore both of these. There we go, restore. Oh, Bab. In the future, the plan is to have at least 1 scientist and 1 pilot on every mission. That way we'll have the ability to restore all our science experiments. So one of the things about this game is scientists, if I'm not mistaken, do not have the ability to use SAS one bit. Speaking of 1 bit, I just used up the last of my coffee. Let's break a little here. Just by tapping the B button, you break. You can see the light up here every time I break. If you want to lock it, you just click on it. But we're going to swing around and break now. Perfect. We're going to hit this thing up a second. Okay, we're getting 1.6 there. Even if it's 0 science, I'm still going to take it. There's 3 there. We're good to go. We're going to collect all. EVA. This is how we lost Jebediah initially. Keep. Store both of them in there, please. I had I think the 2 hot thermometers sitting over the hatch, and unfortunately, Jebediah tried to hop out and he exploded. It just made a poof sound. It was kind of creepy, actually. Brakes are off. So now we're going to go and hit this up here. The VAB. And then we're going to, I think the runway is its own thing, but I'll have to double check. I think we're at the VAB now. Yep. So we're going to brake. Pretty sure that is nothing, but we'll have to double check. Give it a second. Okay. Now we're getting the science. We're getting it slowly. Contain all, please. Yes, thank you very much. Another EVA. This is a good way to get a lot of science at the beginning of the game. Store both in there, please. Restore. Come on. And restore. So once you unlock all these parts here, you're pretty much at the point where you can just grind science out around the science center. Later on, we'll get the quote-unquote the gravioli detector, and that'll be entertaining. Just thinking here. Whoops. Actually, I can probably zoom out is what I should do. Okay, so this is the KSC, and I think Kerbal Shores is like just in here, which we'll try to get to. We haven't done. We're gonna do both of these. We're gonna go left here. We're gonna hit the front of the space plane hangar, the SPH. Then we're gonna hang an immediate right to the contract building. And then we're gonna try. You know what? I don't think we're gonna go over there. We've already landed really close in the Kerbal Shores, so when doing initial rocket tests. What I might do is build an airplane and fly, and maybe fly to the mountains, though. Pretty sure we're at the space plane hangar now. We're going to toggle our brakes. Perfect. Turn this on. Give it a second. 3 more science. Collect all. Eva. Boom. Yep. And boom. I want to store both of them in there. And I would like to restore you and restore you. Perfect. Ova. That's from Wally. And I want to get just inside this little chevron here. Just slowly tap the throttle on, off, on, off. I'm pretty sure. Yep, mission control. Perfect. I think we may have gotten our 90 science. We have 61 experiments. Now, mind you, not all of them obviously are giving us science, but we're getting at least 10 per building. Or I'll say 15 per building, at least from the sounds of it. So 15 times, what, 3, 6, 7. Oh, we missed the one building. We'll just store experiments there. We missed the administrative building, I think it's called. Oh, we go this way. Or did we? No, that was the first building we did. So we're actually done for the moment. Let's see how many we got. For a second there, I thought we had the one, the administrative building there, but that was one by the water. So we got 141 science out of that. And all I wanted was 90. So there we go. Advanced construction. Boom. Now we have 64 left, which is not enough to get anything. But we want to get... well, you know what? Precision propulsion would be a good idea for when we go to do our lander. So we'll have to. I'm gonna have to eke out myself some 100 science in between some episodes. Do a little grinding, but nonetheless, we're gonna exit out here real quick. We're now going to build our first satellite. Probodine. We're going to use the Hex one. Now, this also should be able to work well with our... I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh, ComSat, once it's up and running. We're going to put you there. Yeah, 2 is good. Perfect. I'm going to put 4 of those, but I'm going to angle them back a little bit. And that is just our first simple rocket. I'm going to put, just trying to think here if there's anything else. Maybe pop a, no. It doesn't need fuel. It doesn't need to be tweaked because we're going to, oh yeah, we're probably going to need to tweak it when we get into orbit. Yeah, it's too big. There we go. I'm just doing this because I don't like having engines attached to my satellites. I like to have them free floating. That should be good. Another decoupler. Zoom out a little bit. That'll be enough to do some work on there. I'll probably launch their 2 satellites myself, kind of off screen a little bit. But the plan is to get this one at least in place for you guys to watch in the next for the next episode. So don't need an SAS because that's got one. I do want to. Do we not unlock shrouds? I was pretty sure I unlocked shrouds. Okay, I unlocked fairings. I'm pretty sure of it. There it is. Alright, so it's going to go straight up, basically. And then in just a little bit. There we go. So it also shows you when you hover over it how it's going to pop. And then, I'm pretty sure we have struts we do. So we're just going to go immediately with this. I'm just going to turn this a little bit. There we go. Because I just like it being looking a little bit better. We're going to do this right in the middle. Should connect them all. Perfect. There we go. And holy crap, that's big. I was going to do 2 of these, but damn. We'll do the thumper. 3 thumpers. Aerodynamics. Boom. And that should be good to go. So in the next episode, we're launching our first satellite into orbit. Till next time, see you guys then. Bye-bye.